Mendez, how are you? Hi, Mendez. Okay, we're good to go. Awesome.
How you feeling, Seth?
So much better.
That's good.
Yeah, I think it was just pure exhaustion, and I would literally I would look at my screen and doing this. Head was hurting. Started getting chills. I just felt really horrible. So thank you.
That's what I thought. With so many people joining and everything, I thought you must just be, working so hard.
Well, there's no way we could be at this point if it wasn't for Melissa and now David and Saad and Hilo and we grow, and not just people who are official coaches, but those of you guys who just help constantly. Serena, you're super interactive. Susan's helped a ton. Eddie, you ask great questions. As we grow and help others, we can help each other. It's going to be awesome. So it's just
I give out erroneous information that I think is right.
Say it one more time, ma'am.
I give out erroneous information that I think is right.
Oh, well, hey, keep us on our toes, right?
I'm getting
No, it's cool because as we grow, we can bring up more leaders, and as we have more leaders, those people are going to be able to help others, which is really, really cool. So,
pull it down. Here, okay.
What's that? All right, cool. Well, we'll get started. So yeah, guys, this is going to be very laid back. We're going to have a lot of open Q&A. If there's any sound coming from your side, like outside sound, because every time it comes up, it'll cause your face to pop up on the screen. You wonder, why is everyone looking at me? So if there's extra sound, mute it. If not, it's fine. We don't tend to get nearly as much bad feedback on Google Hangouts as we do Webinar Jam. So we're trying this and seeing how this works. Already, I kind of like it better. So ask questions as we go. I'm going to first talk about product research, and then Melissa's going to talk about trade assurance. Both are really important, and I know these questions have come up a lot. Before we do that, though, I just have a very super cool announcement. We've changed a few things in the program. We had a leadership meeting this morning. Every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Melissa is leading a phone conference, a kickoff of inspiration, motivation, mental, spiritual focus to help your week to go as the best that it possibly can. The whole idea is to be in the right mindset. Melissa is an incredible leader and super motivating. So if you guys want to feel like you've been injected with adrenaline for your week and motivation to get rid of negative thoughts, fill those with positive thoughts, and really focus on building wealth, then I really encourage you to be on that call. It's going to be a phone call. So you guys just call in. She's already posted it on Facebook. We're going to add a whole section on the main coaching page so you can see it there. And it's going to be every Monday consistently, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Second announcement. We're moving all of our coaching webinars to every Monday at noon, period. We're not going to alternate them anymore. Noon is the best time for people on the other side of the world and here on this side of the world in the U.S. where I am. That way it's easier time-wise. Like right now, it's 6 o'clock in London. It's 7 or 8 o'clock in other countries that we're in. Some of you guys are in Croatia, some of you guys are in Poland, so some of you guys are in Germany. So that way, it's in the evening for you. It's in the middle of the day for us. For some of you guys who have full-time jobs, if your lunch hour is able to be around 12 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, or if you're able to get a break at 10 a.m. in the morning, you'll be able to join that webinar. But it's going to be every Monday at noon Central Standard Time. The Monday, Thursday alternate thing we did got really confusing. We decided just to make it the same time. We do record these, so if you miss it, you can still go back and watch it. So we got Sunday night, 8:30 CST, Central Standard Time, is the kickoff call with Melissa. Monday at noon Central Standard Time is going to be a meeting with the team, a webinar team that Melissa and I lead. It's more content-focused coaching, how-to strategy kind of stuff. And then every Wednesday, David Lopez and Saad Basim are leading a open Q&A. And this is to talk about whatever you want to talk about, very laid back. They're not really presenting a slide or a teaching session. It's just ask questions, whatever you want. That's going to be every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, so again, Monday at 8:30, phone call, inspiration. So this is all central. Just keeping it simple and using one word. That's Sunday night, 8:30 CST. Monday at noon, webinar. Our regular webinars will be every Monday at noon, again, Central Standard Time. Finally, Wednesday at 6 in the evening, Central Standard Time. Those are our three main things that we're going to be providing every single week. When this program started, we had a webinar every other week. Now we've moved to 3 things a week. So the value continues to be added. The whole idea is we want you to get the help you need so you can succeed as much as possible. So any questions on that before we move forward? Does it all make sense? Fred, did you say something? I just heard a bloop, bloop, and then it went out. Hi, Christine. How are you?
Hi.
Maria, well, she can't hear me. If anyone wants to chat Maria, I don't know if anyone can help her a little bit with her sound, but she's not getting any sound. It has to do something with her computer. So cool. Okay, can you guys hear me okay though? Just give me a nod if you can hear me. Okay, awesome. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do something kind of cool. We're going to do research specifically on let me close this 1 second. For the US and for Canada. Now I'm not favoring Canadians over people in UK and Germany, but the principles you apply for searching for products in Canada are going to be the same if you're in UK or Europe across the board, or Germany or Italy and all those places. Because it's smaller, there's a different strategy you use. You're pulling from a smaller pool. So I'm going to walk you guys through. We're going to look at one product, and we're going to look at it in both places. And I'm going to show you the different ways to understand, am I finding a huge potential product? Because I know many of you are in that stage right now. So having said that, we're going to start with Amazal. So first, let me share my screen. And guys, let me know when you can see my screen. Now you're going to see a super cool inception. Can you guys see that? You see it? Okay, awesome. All right. So what we're going to do first is get that out of my way. We're going to start with Amazal. For those of you guys who are in sellingin.com or livingin.com and sellingin.com, this is going to be directly relevant to you. And then I'm going to move over to Canada's website and do the same thing if you're not selling.com. So let's say I want to search for an herb grinder. That's a new coming up product, and so I'm just going to start from the very beginning. This is the desktop version of Amazal. It is not the web version, it's the desktop, it's the new one. The web version will be discontinued, I believe, March the 1st. So I'm going to start by going to search Amazon up here, and I'm going to type in herb grinder. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, even though I don't have any high potential in here, that means none of these are super, super high selling. Please keep in mind, for years, none of my products for years matched Amazal's level of requirements to be considered high potential, and I still made very, very, very much money on Amazon. So if they don't show up here in high potential, that speeds you up, it makes it go faster, but because I'm already pre-interested in a certain keyword, I'm just going to start by taking this one right here, which is the first non-sponsored. See, that one's sponsored, this one's not. This means it's part of an ad campaign, and I'm just going to hit save on it. And now that I hit save, I'm going to go up here to the top where it says potential products, and I'm going to click there because I already saved it to my potential products. And now you can see it right here. We have a spice herb grinder. So the next step is I need to find out how well is this thing performing. So I'm going to click on track this product right here. And all this is going to do is ask me to put in a keyword. Now, anytime you're researching a product, you're not limited to just one keyword, but I'm going to start with the most simple, basic seed keyword I can think of by typing in, and not grinder, or grinder. And I'm just going to hit start tracking. And it's going to automatically pull it up into merchant words. Once I hit on monthly searches, let me let it load first.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I hear someone. Can you guys hear okay? It sounds like someone's on the phone.
Seth, it's me. I'm trying to get my sister to hear you.
Oh, awesome. No problem. No, very cool. I thought someone was taking a phone call. I was like, yeah, no problem at all. That's fine. All right. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I notice that Herb Grinder has 21 of 19,000 competitors. Now, someone tell me, what does that mean? What does this phrase right here mean? Anyone, just jump in, guys.
That only 21 of the sellers are actual competitors.
Yes. Only 21 are high-performing competitors. So the other 19,721 are people who have a listing that has the word Herb Grinder in it. So they could be selling herbs, and on the back end, they might have put Herb Grinder as a keyword, therefore it's pulling up. The same actually could be true of these 21. Some of these are not going to be relevant because anyone who has the term Herb Grinder somewhere in their listing, that listing is going to be included in either the 21 number or the 19,000. So here's a question. What's the difference between this number, the 19,000, and this number, the 21? Come on, guys, be bold. We only have an hour. I want to use this well. So you guys jump in. You guys lead the
21 are the only ones that are serious competitors.
Exactly. You're spot on. Is that Eddie?
Yes.
Yep, so you're exactly right, Eddie. That's the only one that are serious competitors. Why do I not need to worry about the 19,000 team? Anyone?
It's like the example that you used with Apple and Microsoft. Nobody really pays attention.
Exactly. And if someone doesn't pay attention to something, the market isn't there. Remember, the market is based on interest. Where people put their money determines where the market goes. Now, if this was 100,000, I might be a little interested, but 20,000 is nothing for Amazon.com. Now, I'm going to switch over here. Watch this, you guys. Check this out. 1 second. Back to here. Okay, I'm going to go to Amazon.ca, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. If there were 20,000 sellers for Herb Grinder on Amazon.ca, why should I be more concerned than on Amazon.com? Serena, I'm going to put you on the spot, if you don't mind. What would your thought be? Like, why should I be worried about? Why should I expect fewer competitors on CA than on .com?
Less competitors to begin with, less sellers.
Exactly. You nailed it. There's fewer people. Therefore, I'm looking at a smaller market. Therefore, the rules are a little bit different. So, for example, I know some of you guys were concerned, well, what if there's more than 5 pages? If I just type in Herb Grinder and I find more than 5 pages on Amazon.com, not a problem. Amazon.com has a lot more competitors, but they also have more demand. The demand makes up for the greater number of competitors. So I should be more nervous about too many competitors on Canada or .co.uk or Germany than I should about Amazon.com in the US. You guys tell me if this is making sense so far. Because I want to make sure you understand it, and then you can apply this to anything. Okay. So I'm going to go through the same process, team. I'm now here at Herb Grinder, and I'm looking at Herb Grinders on Canada's website. And if I go to the bottom of the page, I'm trying to figure out, and ignore the sponsored, okay, because these are pushed for, they're not organic. I don't care about those. Are all of these relevant grinders? And so far as I can see, okay, except for, no, this is a grinder. It's a Pokemon Pokeball Herb Spice grinder. Look at that. So far, all of these are relevant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to this one right here, and I'm going to click on their bestseller. And then the fastest way to find it is I'm going to hit Command F on my Mac, and I'm going to type in sellers bar for sellers rank. You do Control F on your PC. It's a fast way to find on a page. Learn shortcuts because it will save you so much time. And it took me immediately to Amazon bestseller rank for Canada. You guys see the ranking? Hello, you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. It's 43. That's super high. And it even tells me they're #1 of all pepper mills. Interesting, it's in the pepper mill section, Herb Grinder. Okay, so that's where they listed it under pepper mills. Somewhat relevant. Maybe there wasn't a subcategory for Herb Grinders, but 43 is very, very high. So I know I found a huge potential product, And I didn't even have to go to Canada's bestseller list. I just looked at the bestseller rank. As a general rule, anything 3,000 and below in bestseller rank for a non-Amazon.com website is a very strong product. As a general rule, anything 5,000 and below on a .com, Amazon.com website is a top seller product. Again, you have to be more picky with Canada because you have a smaller market. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to AmazeOwl and I'm gonna continue this process. So the next thing I'm gonna do is look up monthly searches. Now, why do I even take time to look up monthly searches? Why does it even matter?
Tells you how many people are searching for that item.
Right, exactly. So if a lot of people are searching for this, I know there's a lot of potential. So this is telling me here with AmazeOwl that I am getting 1,090,400 searches a month. That's a lot. So I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to close this. And now it's going to populate that number here. And now you can see that number's right there. And that's why these stars are 5. The other thing influencing these stars is this right here. The more competitors you have, the more demand you know there is. Now, what if there were only 2 competitors right here? Just 2. Why is that a bad sign? Why is that a concern, team?
Not a lot of demand.
Exactly. The only way I would still go with it is if this number over here was still super high. But if this was like 10, whoops, if this number over here, the monthly searches was like, let's say 10,000, sorry, right there, and this was only 2, I'm not going to pursue it. Here's why. Look at it this way. Only 2 people are making decent money. What do I mean by decent money? They're selling 5, 10, 15, 20 a day. That's decent money. That means for me to come in and get some of that market, if I take what they're making, and let's just pretend, you know, they're making a total of 500 a day. This number over here. Let's just imagine it's 500. I mean, no. Let's say it's 500 a month. That means I'm going to get part of, I'm going to have to share that 500 a month with 2 other people. That's not a lot of money. You see, so that's why the number of you don't want this to be 1 or 2 unless this number over here is super strong. Now I'm going to go back to Canada and we're going to do the same thing. Now I know for a fact that this is a high demand product for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's ranking high. Number 2, the first full page has a ton of herb grinders on it. What if I want to find the monthly search volume in Canada? There's no way to do that currently unless I use Keyword Inspector or keywordtool.io or something like that. Now I can still look here, and now watch. If I go over here, I type in Canada. If I want to, I can still save this and I can still do a search that way. The problem is, is I have to spend money doing that. So because I know this is high selling, I know it has potential. Now what I'm going to do next with Canada is I need to find out, okay, what are the competitors? I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm just going to fast forward to page 3. Let's see. Now what I'm looking now is, are we still seeing relevant herb grinder in Canada? So right here I see an herb grinder. We got the Pokemon ball still. Let me go down. Notice how they're getting a little different. This one is a smoke grinder. We go to the bottom here. Spice Herb Revolver. That's really unique. That's kind of cool. Oh, wow. I want to get one of these. That's if that was a dime, I'd really like it. But you have a silver dollar herb grinder. How cool is that? And these are electric metal grinders. So we have a lot of creativity. So already by page 3, I know that there's a lot of demand. Let me go to page 4. Herb grinder, Death Star. I mean, there's a ton of creativity on this. This is incredible. Poker chip tooth grinder with pollen catcher for herb tobacco spice. Wow. Okay, I'm starting to see irrelevant products. Look at this right here. American Way Signature Series Digital Pocket Scale. That is not an herb grinder. So once you start seeing irrelevant products, you know you started to max it out. And what page am I on? I'm on page 4. So I would say there is a 70 to 80% possibility of strong demand for Canada. But I have a lot more confidence about Amazow for the US because obviously the demand is extremely high and we have 21 competitors. But before I settle on these 21, what do I need to do, team? Why should I be suspicious about 21?
Not sure.
What?
Not sure. Not sure why.
Exactly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these are actual competitors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on competitors and reports over here. And notice it's working up here. And it's going to show me these 21. Now I'm going to go through here and make sure all of these are actual herb grinders. And so far it looks good. What is this? Miracle Grow Aero Garden Sprout Gourmet Herb Seed Pod Kit. And this is not an herb grinder. So I'm going to hit that minus sign right there. Everyone's selling in .com. See the minus sign? Bam, I hit it. I'm filtering it out. So now I know I have 20 competitors. These all look good. I'm just making sure all of these are actual herb grinders. Best Tobacco Herb and Spices Grinder for weed and dry herbs. That's good. Zip grinders. Pollen catcher. I believe that's good. I don't know what a zip grinder is. Does anyone know what a zip grinder is?
No.
Gorilla Grinder, top rated 4-piece. Okay, so now I know I have 20 competitors. So,
Hey. Well,
I'm going to go back to my tracked products. Now that I've done that. And now I have only 20 that I need to worry about. Let's see if it updated. Sometimes it takes a while to go. Yep, it dropped to 20. Okay, so at this point, team, what is the next step? Whether I'm in Canada, UK, or America, what is my next step from here? You guys tell me.
Do you go and look at your competitors?
Say it one more time, Serena.
Look at each competitor's listing to see the quality.
Okay, that is soon, but not yet. There's something else I need to do first. Anybody know? Let me ask you this. What are the 7 tests of a product? Here, let me go back to Canada. What are the 7 tests of a product if you are searching outside of Amazon.com? Can anyone name any of those 7 tests?
Under 60 ounces.
Say it again.
Under 16 ounces.
Sorry, it keeps cutting out, man. I think I'm getting feedback.
I think he was making a comment about the weight being under 16 ounces.
Okay, got it. Yep, absolutely. So it's under 16 ounces. Absolutely. That's one of them. What else?
It's private labelable.
Okay, and what do we mean by that, private labelable? How do I know if this, so let's just take this one as an example. How do I know if this is private labelable? What would be an indication of that, team?
It doesn't have any name on it right now.
Okay, so
On
it
the
doesn't,
packaging.
right? So it doesn't have any, I mean, this could be a seller who put their own personal label on it, but it's not a big name brand like, you know, I don't know what Herb Grinder brand would be, but let's just say Target, for example, if they sold these. It's not a Target brand. And if let me go back, watch this, you guys. If I noticed that a whole bunch of these were a big brand, the same brand, like on the first page, what would that indicate? Why is that a red flag?
Patented.
Not necessarily patented, but it just means that the ones that are selling well are a certain brand. So people are searching a certain brand only. It's the same idea if I was searching for a Batman bobblehead. You know, let's say Batman bobbleheads are super popular. Well, that doesn't mean bobbleheads are going to sell well. If on the first page it's a bunch of Batman bobbleheads, since I can't sell Batman because I don't have the copyrights to it, unless I'm doing retail arbitrage or something like that, this is bad. In other words, I'm going to have a lot of trouble competing with bobbleheads. Does that make sense? If it's what you want to find out is, let me give you another example. So let's say someone's looking for a certain kind of shoe, and I don't think I've ever done this before, but here's an awesome shoe. It's a Reebok. And if on the main page, everyone's looking for Reebok, and that's the one that's coming up, what are my chances if they just type in, just for an example, basketball shoe, and Reebok is like half of the first page? That decreases my chance of selling a basketball shoe because Reebok is dominating that market. But what do you find here? You find a whole bunch of different names. You see Ohuhu. You see no brand name here. You see King Top. You see LIHAO. Let's see, no brand name there, no brand name there. Like, there's definite opportunity to private label this product in Canada because it is not brand loyal. And I can tell that just by looking at the first page. All right, I'm gonna go back to you guys. You guys tell me questions so far at this point. Where are you guys at with this? What are your thoughts? Other people can't join? Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead, guys. Oh, and now I'm seeing the chat. Sorry, guys, I didn't see that until just now because when I'm sharing my screen, I can't see it. But questions? Is this all making sense to everyone?
I have a question. So, bestsellers on Canada, if it's a smaller marketplace and there's not that many people buying these spice grinders in the first place, but enough of them are buying one of the same product, then potentially only 5 or 10 people could buy that same, and it would be a best-selling, right?
Very, very good question. So potentially, ideally, if the first 5 pages of searches come up and they have herb grinders on them, and as a range, I would say 3.5 to 6, but around 4.5, 5 is ideal. That's an indication that there's a lot of sellers selling it. Okay, so you have a lot of sellers. You have strong demand, and if you have high-ranking products, in other words, their BSR is top, they're getting a large part of the market share. That's an indication there's a lot of demand, but there's not too much demand. But if you started getting to page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10, because the whole market share is smaller in Canada than it is in the US, it means now you have, imagine it like there's this pie, okay? And you have to split it, 10 different ways. You're gonna get a tiny little slice, and you're gonna spend more money on PPC ads to get your product ranking. Whereas if you're in .com US, it's okay if you have 10, 15, even sometimes 20 pages of the same product, because that pie is a much bigger pie. And therefore, if you get a 1/10 of it, that's still a huge number. That could be 20,000 a month. Does that make sense?
It does, but then the BSR rates should be lower. We should probably look for a small number in .ca market, right?
You should look for small what, Serena?
A lower BSR rate.
Exactly. Yep. And let's do this, guys. I'll show you. Watch. I'm gonna go back and share my screen. Okay. Watch this, guys. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, we know this one is super high ranking. Let's go through each one. Command F. Sellers are. This is number 2 in home and kitchen. So this one's extremely high. So far we have 2 high best sellers. Now I'm gonna go to King Top. Let's look at this one. Again, I type in sellers rank. This one's number 6,000. This is not terrible, but it's not amazing. 3,000 as a general rule of thumb is a really good measuring mark to go by. 6,000 it's selling decent, but not like crazy. Now let's go back to the next one. So far we know these two are selling super high. I'm going to go to this one. Again, seller's rank. This one's 23,000. This one is a low seller for sure in this category here. In home and kitchen, small appliances is 1365. So this one's so-so. Go back over here, click on this one. Again, seller's ranking. This one is 3,203. So we found a third one. This one's doing really, really well. So far, we have found 3 very high ranking of these. So you go through and get a feel for how well these are ranking is going to give you better analysis of whether or not this is a product you should pursue. Now keep in mind, anytime you as a general rule, again, if it's below, anytime the number is below 5,000 in Canada, below 3,000, sorry, below 3,000 in Canada, below 5,000 in the US, those products are selling multiple times a day to be at that rank if they're that low in the entire category. So let me do this, watch. So if I go here to this one and I type in seller's rank, so look at this one right here. Now we found a fourth one. So it is 670 in home and kitchen. That's very, 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 very strong. I have products in Canada that rank not nearly that good and they sell very well. So 670 is awesome. Like that's very, very strong. So I'm starting to get a feel as I go through this, yeah, we have a very strong potential product here. Let me go to this one. And we're talking about Canada only, but you can use the same principle to apply to UK. Oh, this is interesting. So they put this one, check this out, guys. They put it in tools and home improvement. That's hilarious. So 8,000, so-so. 20,000 is bad. 8,000, it's okay. And that's, let's see, and that's in, okay, that's not bad actually for the entire tools and home improvement. So we're a very high category, ranking to 8,000th. That's not bad at all. Questions, guys? Any more questions off of this?
Seth, I have a question. When I click on monthly searches to get the keywords,
Yeah.
it's not letting me get the keywords.
So does it say that you've used up your daily or monthly allotment when that comes up?
Let me click on it again and see.
What it's probably doing is Merchant Words limits how many you can do in a day. And so if you sign up for their newsletter, it's free. They just ask for your email. Then you get a few more a day. And then if you decide to pay for their service, then it's $30 a month. And then you get unlimited searches. So Amazou is working with another company. That's a separate company. They're using their service in order to pull up the monthly search volume.
Okay, I signed up for the newsletter this morning, but it's still not allowing me. Maybe I just have to put in my email.
When you sign up for the newsletter, you put in your email, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and as soon as you went back and searched again, it didn't let you do any? Or was that after a few searches?
Oh, it's telling me now it's allowing me to put in my email, so maybe it'll work now.
Yeah, maybe you just need to redo it again, is my guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, team, so if I go back here to Amazou, what is this number? Why does this number matter? This review right here, number. Anyway.
That's the average review of the 20 relevant competitors.
Close. It's not an average, but it's close. It's a median.
The median review.
Yeah. So, and there's a reason it's median instead of average. You don't want average because see right here, guys, where it says 15/2446. This number right here, of these 20 competitors, the highest reviews on one of these Herb Grinder products, that person, that seller, has 2,446 reviews. of these 20 competitors, the person, the seller, who has the lowest number of reviews is 15. Now, if we did an average of all of these, this number right here, the 474, would be much higher, and it doesn't give me a realistic expectation on how well I can do if I sell this product. Because the high reviews bloats the number unrealistically. If someone is selling 5, 6, 7 of these a day and they only have 15 reviews, that means I have a very strong chance with 20 reviews I could get from this group, I could do even better. You see what I mean? So if this, if the top seller has a super high number, the average just gets obliterated, and this number here is too high. What we're trying to find out is this is the middle number. So if you lined up every single of these 20 competitors right here in a line from the lowest reviews to the highest, and you pick the person in the middle, that's what the 474.5 is. What is the number we try to stay below when we're doing any kind of product research, whether it's Amazon or any other store?
500?
Yeah. And it's not a magic number. There are times where you may get a product from me that has 600. There are times where it's under 100, which is those I would jump on like crazy because they're insane. But why do we use that as sort of a reference point? Again, nothing magic about the number, but why do we try to keep it 500 and below? What's the reason behind that, team?
It's easier to compete.
Say it one more time.
It's easier to compete.
Yep, exactly. It's way easier to compete. See, here's the thing. If I go to this spice herb grinder at Amazon.ca and I notice that they have already, let's say it's 1,570 reviews, and then I see your listing and it has 3 reviews, I'm probably not going to buy this listing unless it's differentiated out the door. Like, okay, a lot of people complaining about this one making a squeaky noise when you grind, but this one sounds like a cool tractor engine, or something. And so I'm going to buy yours because it's so different. And that's why we talk about differentiation so much. Now, this is the other thing. Notice we're now looking at one of the top sellers on Amazon.ca. We found 4 very high-ranking herb grinders, and this one only has 57 reviews. That's very promising. And now what I'm going to do is, and this goes back to what you said earlier, Serena, is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look at the 5 critical reviews. Now, why is this review right here and this review right here? And this doesn't matter what store you're selling in, okay? This is universal. Why are these the 2 most important reviews for me to understand as if I was in the mind of my customer?
Because it is voted most helpful by the customers. For the potential customers.
Exactly. Exactly. This, in fact, think about it. I'm approaching this as a buyer. What are the reviews I'm going to read first? I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to read this one. That means these have the most power over my buying decision. That's why it's very important. But here's another question. Why are the critical reviews more important to understand than the positive ones?
Because we can address those as we look for a product and market it in a way that we answer that complaint.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't differentiate off a positive review. Let's say, for example, one of the positive reviews, let's read it. Don't let anyone tell you this is for anything else but for Mary Jane. I've read hilarious feedbacks from other similar products of people so upset Casey wouldn't grind their cilantro properly. Really? It might do coarse salt or black pepper or other seed like spice, but it really is for, I don't know how to say that. Ganja? How do you guys say that? I'm not up on my spices. Ganja. That being said, it is an awesome weed grinder. Okay, give me something specific, reviewer. By the way, when you write reviews, be specific. Give reasons. So far, they've given me nothing. The build quality is solid. Okay, that's nice. Build quality is solid. Has got some weight, even though it's small in stature. That's specific. The grinder consists of 4 parts. This is a good reviewer, guys, up to this point. Let's see. Bottom grinder, they give specifics. Filters through small. Okay, let's just take one part. Filters through small particles from large. Okay, I can copy that. I can make sure my herb grinder does exactly that. But does that differentiate me in any way? No. So if they already have, 57, I forget how many, 57 reviews, then it doesn't, okay, mine's the same. Why are they going to buy mine when mine has 25 and they have 57 and I'm doing the same thing they are? See, so at minimum, yeah, read the top at least 20 positive reviews. So you can make sure you're doing all that, of course. But right here, and I think it was Serena, you said this, and I'm going to go there right now. Let's go to all critical. This is where I differentiate myself. This is where I fix the problems that they haven't fixed. It came with the inside screen broken. Okay, that's a customer service, possibly a dud type issue where that one was broken. I need to make sure, obviously, the screen doesn't break. Still grinds, give it a 3 stars. Smaller than I expected, bam. How could I fix that issue right there? How do I fix much smaller than I expected?
Make sure you describe the size correctly or have another object next to it so they can see the relationship of the size.
Exactly. They describe it, and even better, I like the second part especially, just like this reviewer actually did, I need to be doing that on my listing. You need to show, so if that's an issue, the problem there was unmet expectations. They in their mind had this vision of a larger one and they got a smaller one. Well, if they had a picture of someone holding it with their hand, AKA lifestyle photo, let's see if they even do that. That would have been a huge help. So I'm gonna go over here. There we go. And did you guys see that? Watch. Right now I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos. Now if I double click on that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What just happened? You guys tell me. What just happened right there?
You get 2 extra photos on your when you list it, but they don't all show up.
Exactly. So most listings, not all, it depends on the category, most listings let you put in 9 photos. So 90% of the people are only going to look at the first 7, which means these need to be my very best photos. But use them all. Some people want to see every photo, use every single one. So they decided that this photo here and this photo here were the least important, because obviously most people won't even look at those. So the first 7 are the most important. Okay, so this is another step. Differentiating myself. How well can I beat them by making my photos better? What do you guys think of these photos so far as you look at them?
Very nice and clear.
Yeah. What kind of photo is this called? This is a tech spec photo where you're actually showing the technical specifications of the product. This is not that hard to do. You take a really nice picture and then you or get someone to Photoshop all this specifics in. Super easy. And it looks amazing. What kind of photo is this, team?
Lifestyle.
It is lifestyle, kind of. Yep. It's also how to, right? Because it's showing you how to do it. It shows you how you put them on, you put the leaves inside, you put the cap on. There it is. You get ready to grind it, and there's the result. So it's showing its performance. It's kind of lifestyle because it has a human in it. But that makes me realize what's missing in these photos, team. This is really cool too, but go ahead.
A smiling person.
Exactly. Where's the face? Faces sell. People need to see faces. Faces intuitively build trust. Because, you know, the eyes, that's where people look. When you look at someone, the first most natural place to look is their eyes. And that's where you see into their heart or soul, so to speak. So you need a face. Like, you know, someone in the kitchen smiling, not a fake cheesy smile, but like they're enjoying their life and they have all these vegetables all around and they're grinding it up in the nice kitchen. Now that's hard to get. Lifestyle photos are the most expensive. If you pay someone to do it, totally worth it. It will make your money back. All right, guys, I am going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go back to you. And you guys tell me how I can help you. And then we'll switch over to Melissa. Questions, anything at all, team? How can I help you? Is this all making sense? You guys all right? It's really quiet today.
Yes. Yes. A lot of newbies, so I'm new anyway.
All right, cool. So is this helping you with where you're at? Are you getting your questions answered? No? Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Melissa, and Melissa is going to take us through trade assurance with Alibaba. Melissa, did we lose you? Hello, Melissa, are you there? I wonder if we lost her because there's a limit. Can you check and see what the limit is on, there's 10? Oh, it is. Oh, okay,
I
one.
was just going to ask that, Seth. I'll kick myself off.
Yeah, but she should still be able to audio and chat. So
You don't need her screen?
she can't.
I don't mind. I can it's no problem.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it, man. All right, thank you, Fred. All right, Melissa, I think you should be good now. Online Revenue Life, hello, hello. How are you?
How do I get out of here?
Good to see you, man. Just hit that video at the top. Turn camera off and mute off, and you should be good, man. You can still be in the meeting. There's no limit to how many people can be in a Google Hangout. There's just limit on how many people can be on video.
I turned my camera off. Are you seeing my profile?
Yeah, but that's okay. Let me turn my camera off. Okay, now, Melissa, can you hop on now?
I think we're still taking up the bandwidth with our logos here. Let me see if I can kick myself right out, Seth.
I think you're okay, Fred. I don't think it's a bandwidth issue at all because bandwidth completely depends on your end for you. It shouldn't affect Melissa on her end at all. It will depend on her internet. So yeah. Okay. Well, here's what we'll do until Melissa's able to jump in. Let me go to the questions because you guys asked a lot of great questions. Okay. So Maria, I hope you're able to get sound. Were you ever able to get sound, Maria? Can you hear me?
Yes, I've been contributing.
Oh, there you are. Ah, okay, cool. Sorry, I did not put the face with the name, so awesome. Okay.
That's good.
Let's see. Thank you for helping her, Christine. And let's see here. Laura, Susan, Stephen, Kent, Melissa, headphones worked. They're not selling anything. Okay, how much? I'm trying to find a question related to not dependent on trademark or license agreement. That is correct, Christine. When do we use Unicorn Smasher to see how many units each seller is selling? How do you know how you can compete with these strong sellers for pieces of market? Okay, so I personally have not used Unicorn Smasher yet, Christine, and perhaps someday I will. I know you've used it. How do you like it?
Sorry, I'm trying to unmute. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I actually love it. It's really fast and it gives you a whole bunch of data really fast. Can I show a quick preview? Will I be able to share my screen?
Absolutely.
Let me just look up a product here and I'll show you how it works.
And you'll see it'll be on the top left. It's a green rectangle with a little curved arrow inside. When you click it, it'll give you the option to share your screen.
Top left. Okay.
Is
Here we
Unicorn
go.
Smasher like Amazon? I'm not familiar with what that is.
Yeah, so Unicorn Smasher, it's another tool for finding products. And it's kind of like Jungle Scout. It's a really fast way to find out the rank of products and how fast they're selling. It's more like truly it's finding potential products. That's the most I know about it. Christine probably knows more. I know Jungle Scout a lot better. Amazal is more, it does that, but also helps you to go deep research on it. So I personally, for .com, Amazal does 90% of everything I need to find a huge potential product. And the reason I go outside and above and beyond that is when I'm finding products for you guys, I use other tools to further verify to make sure this is a huge potential product for you. But Jungle Scout is very different. It's more, here's a high ranking product, but it doesn't show you trends. It doesn't take you on deep research. And that's why I rarely use it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's okay. I know some of you guys, I know Saad likes it. So, and I like Saad, so we're good. Saad, you're the reason I accept Jungle Scout. Eddie said, once we have tracked our 20 potential products, should I email them to you or post them on Facebook to get help verifying? So don't send all 20, Eddie. I'll never get to them. Please don't. That would take me about 10 days. You can send me your top 3, okay? Send me your top 3 and I'll look at those. I'm honored for your confidence in me.
Seth, can people see my screen so I can just show you the Unicorn Smasher?
Good.
Can everybody see this?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay, so
Yes.
I did the Amazon search and then I clicked on my Unicorn Smasher and it opens up this window. And it just lists the products that are on the search, over here on the search window. And as you roll over them, some of them, see the product itself kind of pops up. And then what I like about it is over here under estimated sales, you can sort this. So in this category on this page, the top seller, this is their monthly estimated sales and their monthly estimated revenue based on that. It also shows the number of reviews they have and their ranking. I find it really quick to go through here and see, you know, how much are the top sellers selling? Is it even worth it to try to jump into this market? Or if it's a market that you're already in, you can see where you are quickly in relation to the other sellers.
Thanks, Christine. That's really, really cool. Yeah, so did you guys see that? You can actually rank it. You can see the ranking right away, and it gives you a quick overview. You know, just based on what I know, you can use Unicorn Smasher to find rankings quickly and to research your own product that you're looking at in the niche, and then use Amazow to really go deeper on the research. So yeah, it reminds me a lot similar to Jungle Scout, but it seems like it's a little easier to use. Mina, am I saying your name right? I think you told me how to pronounce it, and I feel like I'm not saying it right. So can you correct me on this if I said it wrong, Mina? I will read your question. In Amazow, upper right hand.
Actually, sorry, that's my partner and my sister. It's Mena.
Mena.
Mena. Mm-hmm.
Mena. Okay, cool. Thank you. I totally forgot. Hello, Mena. There we go. Mena. Got it. Hello, Online Revenue. How are you? Remind me of your name because I don't know you by your business name. Who is Online Revenue? Loris. How are you? Loris II or something from Los Angeles, I think. Good to see you, man. Okay. So Mena said in Amazow, upper right hand corner, it says add your product. What is that for if my product I saved is already in there? So in Amazow, upper right hand corner, it says add your product. What is that for if my product I saved is already in there? Let me just go to it and see if I can figure out what you're saying or what you're referring to. So I'll just go back to sharing my screen. Here we go. And I'm going to go down to Amazow. Okay, so I'm back in Amazow, Mena. And so are you referring under competitor report? Got it. Okay, cool. So let's just go there right now. So competitor report. So in Amazow, right, it says add your product. What is that for price? I'm looking at your, oh, okay, gotcha. So let me just walk you through it. So what you can do is you can type in an ASIN of a particular, okay, for example, let's say we're searching herb grinders and you are selling herb grinders. And right now you're looking at all the competition, but yours didn't pop up in here because it's not one of the top sellers. So you can drop in the ASIN so you can compare it to these other competitors. Does that make sense, Mena? You just grab the ASIN, awesome. You drop it in, and now you can see how yours is compared to everyone else. Awesome, cool. All right, team. Well, hey, we got 6 more minutes. Any other questions that I can answer for you? Any struggles you're having? Ask me anything. How can I help you? And if you want to talk, just hit the little microphone at the top, and we'll hear you.
Seth, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Seth, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Unfortunately, there's so many microphones open that you're really just coming in like you're going through a tunnel on a cell phone, at least on my end anyway.
Okay. Yeah, everyone turn off your mic. So let's see. Eddie and Maria, turn off your mic. Now I think everyone else is good from what I can tell. Just so when you want to talk, turn it back on. Just go to the top. You'll see the microphone. Just hit that. That way we don't keep getting feedback and it's hard to hear. If you guys don't mind. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. And then Eddie, do you see it there at the top of your screen? There's a microphone. If you just hit that microphone, it'll mute it. Okay, so Maria said, Seth, I posted on Facebook the categories that my partner and I are interested in. Do you then find the potential products in those categories? Or do we have to narrow it down to a product in a category and send you our research? We do not have any products yet since we just started. Okay, so what you do, Maria, is did you have your meeting with a coach yet? And I'm pretty sure Melissa was the one reaching out to you. Did you happen to meet with her yet?
No, we signed up last weekend, and then Monday was our first night that we were going to be on the webinar, which you were ill for.
Yep.
So this is really the first thing that we've participated in.
Okay, no problem at all. So check your email, meet with Melissa. She's gonna walk you through how this whole process works. And then once she'll talk to you and help you figure out what category you want, and then she posts that on a spreadsheet so I and the other coaches can see it, and then my team starts working on it.
Okay, so there should be, I think I received 3 different emails from Melissa when I first started, but I don't remember seeing anything. I'll go back and look at those. If I don't have an email, do I just respond to one of hers that I did get?
Yeah, or just post it on the Facebook group. Hey, you know, Melissa, let's get together. Yeah, however, yeah, it's fine. But what she'll do is she'll help you figure out what category is best. Now, we don't promise to find you a product in the category you request because, for example, some people like electronics. And if they know electronics really well, I'm open to that. But that's much, much harder to find a potential product in .com, whereas in .ca, much easier because of the competition. So in that case, sometimes we have to go over here or over here. So that at the end of the day, our goal is to find you a product that's selling really well to make you money. But if we can be in the product category you want, we will, as much as we can.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Give us at least 4 weeks. We used to do it within a week. We're now doing it 4 weeks. Gives us more time so we can make sure not only do you have a lot more time in the research behind it, but there's no reason to get it early until you're in the build stage. Guys, if you already have your product, I do not recommend you contact a supplier until you're in the build stage, because there's more knowledge you need to gain so you can be as effective as possible. Once you get to the build stage, that's when you start contacting the suppliers. And I know you're urgent and you want to start selling that, but guys, be patient. It is worth it. Build your business right, step by step. You're not selling stuff on Amazon, you're building a business. So yeah, so thank you. Really, really good question. And yeah, so we will find you a monthly product, Maria. But you're in the find stage. You're going to find opens up within a week of when you signed up. You're going to find 20 huge potential products on your own. And I show you in the videos how to do that. Then from those, you can pick one. Say, okay, this is the one I like. And then we also send you one. And you can go with both or either. It's completely up to you. Because my goal is not just to say, hey, here's a fish to get you going, but let me show you how to cast and get those fish.
Okay, and then Mena is my partner. Do we do that together, or is that just a via email thing that we do? Is it a Skype or? Yeah,
so we will send you the product via Skype, and you guys can, you know, handle that however you want. So after you meet with Melissa, either I'll send it to you through Skype or she will, but you'll get it in your Skype chat, because that's the easiest way for us to have our communication outside of Facebook when it comes to a product or meeting is in Skype. Because emails, they get buried and they get lost and you get spam folder and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Loris, online revenue, what was the number for Canada and US 3,000 seller ranking for Canada? Yeah, as a general rule. In Amazout, it actually breaks it down even more specific based on the category, because like sports is huge and kitchen is growing and arts is small. And so you need to be more specific. But with Canada and UK and Germany and others, as a general rule, yes, use 3,000 and below. And remember, guys, 1 is the best. I came in first place. 3,000 is worse than 1. I'd rather come in first place than place 3,000. And then Mena says, can Melissa conference call us since she's in Ohio and I'm in Illinois? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's however you guys want to do it. It's fine. We like to use Skype because face-to-face is more personal on video. But if that's easier for you guys, it's fine. Eddie said, since we are building a brand, is it best to pick products in the same categories? It is. It really is. And the reason why is if you start selling, just an example, Batman bobbleheads, right? These are desktop office products. I don't know, he's just a cool Batman. Then if you're selling this and you got a lot of reviewers who like you and they review this desk product, and then you start selling this really cool, you know, book holder thing here, they're related. You can bundle them together. You can differentiate yourself. Reviewers like to review this on a desk are likely to like to review this on a desk. See what I mean? So it also helps if you are with suppliers. If your supplier makes office products, then you can use the same supplier, which cuts down in communication time. It builds trust. You can buy both kinds of products in the same shipment, which saves on shipping cost and 10,000 more reasons. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Cool. All right, guys. Hey, it's been an hour. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day. So don't forget, today is Friday, so Sunday night at 8:30, Melissa is doing a conference call kickoff for inspiration, motivation, not just to the team, but to me as well. And then second, every Monday at noon is our new webinar. Just like this, but it'll be at noon every Monday, every week. No more Thursday, Monday, switch back and forth. And then Wednesday at 6 p.m. Right, David? Am I doing it? Is it 6 p.m.? Yes, at 6 p.m. Central is when you have an open Q&A with Saad and David and any other leaders on the team. All right, you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you later.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Thank you.